No Exit stars Havana Rose Liu as Darby. During a blizzard and stranded at an isolated highway rest stop in the mountains, she discovers a kidnapped child hidden in a car belonging to one of the people inside. Based on the novel of the same name, this is directed by Damien Power, and it just hit Hulu, being another 20th Century Fox holdover from prior to Disney's acquisition of it. And while I was fine with watching this on streaming, it's kind of a shame this didn't get a theatrical release, and that it's not the sort of movie that's as big of a draw at the box office anymore, because about 10 years ago, this would have been a blast to see with a crowd in theaters. Despite the film's mixed reception, I thought this was a lot of fun. It's not a particularly deep film, but it makes for some great mindless popcorn entertainment, playing like something in the vein of Reservoir Dogs, though in the style of thrillers from the 2000s, with Identity being the film this most reminded me of. This is an interesting one, as it reveals its hand early on, and it lets you know who's behind this kidnapping not too long into the movie. And it's something I was taken aback by, but at the same time, I was kind of glad they did that, as part of it seemed way too obvious, and I don't think the film would have held up as a mystery for the next hour or so. And then I found myself pleasantly surprised by the fact that the film managed to still be very entertaining after its early reveal, with a lot of chases and standoffs occurring between those behind the kidnapping and our protagonists, with the stakes continuously increasing and the thrills escalating at a frequent enough pace. The character work here is mostly at a minimum. We know Darby is a recovering addict on her way to see her sick mom in the hospital, and we find out a little about everyone else from conversations they have while they play cards together. But outside of a few brief moments of exposition here and there, this is much more of an event-based film. Though that's not necessarily a bad thing, as we got just enough backstory to care about those we need to care about, and if we got too much more, it probably would have bogged the movie down. The performances were really solid all around. I'm not familiar with Havana Rose Liu, but I found her to be quite a compelling lead. Dennis Haysbert and Dale Dickey were also both strong as a married couple stuck in the cabin with everyone, though the big standout by far is Danny Ramirez, who plays a character that's the total opposite of his role on The Falcon and the Winter Soldier last year, being absolutely commanding each moment he was on screen. The only one I was kinda lukewarm on was David Rysdahl, as another trapped individual named Lars, but for the most part, I thought everyone was quite captivating. Now, I don't know if this was in the novel, but there are a few plot conveniences in order to make this thing totally work, including one twist that I don't know if I could totally buy, but they didn't completely take me out of the moment or anything. I found the direction, the performances, and the setups to be strong enough that it kept me hooked in. Plus, when things get violent in this movie, especially in the fast-paced third act, it's considerably more brutal than I thought it would have been, with each action scene building nicely on the momentum of what came before it. So overall, I'd say No Exit is definitely worth the watch. While not the most complex film around, and it does rely on a few conveniences, it's a fun little cat and mouse thriller that actually does itself a service by revealing its hand early on, as it ramps things up in a very entertaining way from there. It's the sort of film I wish we still got in theaters these days, but I recommend you still check it out. No Exit gets a 7.5 out of 10. So let me know, did you see No Exit, or are you planning to see it, and what were your thoughts? Did you find this thrilling? How did it compare to the novel if you read that? Let me know in the comments below so we can discuss. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and share it, and for more movie reviews and film discussion, please make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay updated. Thanks for watching everyone, and keep having fun with film.